Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Elizabeth DeRoba. The Hazleton area girls basketball team remains undefeated following their first game in the state tournament on Friday. During the game, the Cougars took on the Cheltenham Panthers at their home court in Hazleton and pulled through with an 82-49 win. Hazleton head coach Joe Gavio said he was very pleased with the outcome of the game and the energy from the team's fans.
How about the atmosphere? How about the crowd? I mean, usually you open to one side, so we got good numbers. Yep, the good side. That's the biggest crowd I've seen for girls in a long time. And it's a tribute to the girls. They're playing good. People want to see them. I had a lot of former players come up, one from Maryland, one from here, one from Nazareth. I mean, it was like a reunion here, but we played well, put a good show on. And, they're not a bad team. They could shoot the ball. It's just that we had it moving. We looked pretty good. Got to clean up a couple things, but I'm real happy with the effort.
The Hazleton team's record is now 27-0. Their next matchup will take place on Tuesday, March 11th in Pottsville against the Liberty Hurricanes. The Hurricanes won their last match against the Academy at Palumbo with a 56-18 victory and have a 19-8 record for the season. The last time the Cougars faced the Hurricanes was in December of 2023, when the Hazleton team made off with a 79-53 win. The game on Tuesday is set to start at 6 o'clock p.m. Emergency crews battled a fire at a former mansion in South Center Township on Sunday evening. According to officials, crews were alerted to the scene at 1218 Harley Road around 5:30 p.m. when 911 callers reported smoke coming from the Comfort Keepers building on Columbia Boulevard. Upon arriving at the scene, crews report that the fire was actually at the 3-story mansion located behind the building. When the first engine arrived at the scene, officials say the flames were already coming from the second story. Firefighters from 10 different companies responded to the scene. Crews report that the fire was difficult to extinguish due to a lack of fire hydrants in the area and a stiff breeze that continued to fan the flames. Officials say the only tenant of the building was not home at the time of the fire. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Emergency crews in Hazel Township responded to a vehicle fire at a Nissan dealership Monday morning. According to officials, crews were called to the scene on Airport Road around 4:30 a.m. Upon arriving at the scene, crews say 2 vehicles were well involved. Crews worked the scene for about 30 minutes and were able to contain the fire to only 2 vehicles. State police also assisted at the scene. The cause of the fire has not yet been released. Coming up on WYLN News, the Hazleton Fire Department showcases some new equipment. Plus, Wilkes-Barre celebrates the Irish with their 45th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health, investing in your well-being and building healthier communities, because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
Hi, my name is Russ, and I'm 4 years old. Tomorrow we will be playing and sunny out.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations,
Route 93 in Escapec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Attention, WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The Wyoming Area Regional Police Department is attempting to identify the woman shown on screen. According to officials, the woman is believed to potentially have information regarding a theft at the Nova Trampoline Park on Saturday, March 1st. Anyone with information regarding the woman's identity is asked to contact Wyoming Area Regional Police at 570-613-8065, extension 120. The Hazleton Fire Department showcased some new vehicles on Thursday at the Southside Fire Station on Broad Street. The new vehicles are 2024 F-250 pickup trucks equipped with emergency lights, roll-out trays, and holders for breathing apparatus and fire extinguishers. The purchase of the trucks was made possible through a local share account grant from the state. Under the grant, the department received $231,000, which completely covers the cost of the trucks. The new vehicles will replace the department's 2017 models and will be used by the department chiefs on duty for emergency responses as well as everyday fire department business. The streets were packed in Wilkes-Barre on Sunday for the city's 45th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. This year, the parade featured Irish step dancers, bagpipes, massive balloons, first responders, and a wide range of community organizations. In total, officials say over 100 groups took part in the parade. The parade kicked off at 2 o'clock p.m. and concluded at the intersection of North Main Street and Union Street. Coming up on Jim Thorpe's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Williamsport, Part 1. Plus, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green-lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
On this week's show, you're going to see Eric Ben Fleet's story. 20 years ago, he got hurt at work, had surgery, has screws and plates in his back. He was afraid of chiropractors. Now he's under chiropractic care. Watch the show to see how gentle and effective chiropractic can be.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
When the Revolution broke out in the 1770s, many Native Americans still living along the Susquehanna River's West Branch sided with the British against the colonists, believing the former could better protect their ancestral lands. July 10, 1778 would prove a crucial date in this clash of civilizations in the area. A group of wagons carrying 16 colonial settlers in this day was approaching Lycoming Creek, headed for the outpost community of Jaysburg on the west side of the stream. Worried about the possibility of native attacks along the Susquehanna, the group, led by Peter Smith, was hoping to find safety there. At sunset, the band reached Loyal Sock Creek, where they came across John Harris, who told them he'd heard gunfire from marauding natives around Lycoming Creek. Harris urged the party to turn back to Fort Muncie, but Smith and the band decided to continue onward. Shortly afterward, they would pass through a plum orchard located at the corner of today's 4th and Cemetery Streets, roughly a half hour from their destination. To widen the road for wagons, several trees had been cut down, their branches stacked along the sides of the road, making it the perfect place for an ambush. And as the wagons approached, Iroquois fighters opened fire on the party from behind the branches. The men retreated into the orchard to try and return fire, but eventually gave up and ran off, leaving the women and children behind to be set upon and tomahawked to death by the Iroquois. One boy and girl managed to escape and ran to the nearest settlement, but they were so terrified by their experience that the adults there at first did not understand what had happened. In the meantime, John Harris had reached Fort Muncie and told the garrison there of the gunfire he'd heard in Lycoming Creek. The fort commander immediately sent out a party to find the settlers and bring them back to the fort. But the troops initially went the wrong way, and it was nightfall by the time they realized it and had to return to the fort. By the time the soldiers reached the Plum Grove the next morning, it was much too late. What became known as the Plum Tree Massacre claimed the lives of 12 of the settlers. The victims of the Plum Tree Massacre were buried where they had fallen, and today a monument in the cemetery that sprang up around them marks their memory. With the new American nation victorious in the Revolution and the natives subsequently squeezed out of the area, more settlers would come to the region after the conflict. Two of the more prominent ones were William Hepburn and Michael Ross, who purchased landholdings, named Deer Park and Virginia respectively, along the West Branch between the Lycoming and Loyalsock Creeks. Despite the swampiness of the area, Ross had begun to build a town on his land and teamed with Hepburn to push for the new community to be made a county seat. At the time, Jaysburg, which was built on higher ground across Lycoming Creek, would have seemed to have had a better chance of becoming county seat. Residents of Jaysburg, feeling threatened by Hepburn and Ross's maneuvering, fought to get the county seat for themselves and tried to send an affidavit to state government officials, claiming the two men's land flooded too easily to have the honor. Hepburn and Ross, however, arranged to have the courier intercepted before he left the area and got him drunk, which after their agents took the affidavit and destroyed it. State officials, not wanting a protracted battle between the communities to break out, considered a third option at Dunsburg in today's Clinton County. Hepburn and Ross then played their ace after Hepburn convinced Ross to sell some of his land to the state for construction of a county courthouse and jail. The decision worked, and when Lycoming County, the name derived from a Native American word meaning Sandy Creek, was formed on April 13, 1795, the new town of Williamsport was named the county seat. There is some question of how the new town got its name. Some believe it was in honor of William Hepburn himself, others named Michael Ross's son William as the source, and others believe it came from William Russell, who owned an inn and wharf in the area. Regardless of the name source, the town eventually absorbed Jaysburg, which today is Williamsport's Newberry section. At its incorporation, Williamsport was little more than a few isolated buildings. The first school would be built in 1796, the first post office in 1799, and the first store in 1801. 1812 would see the birth of the Williamsport Academy for the Education of Youth. Originally for boys only, it opened to girls in the 1830s. By 1847, the Methodist Reverend Benjamin H. Creever purchased the school and moved it from high school to collegiate status, renaming it the Williamsport Dickinson Seminary and making it a preparatory school for Carlisle's Dickinson College. It was one of 4 schools he had officially found, and the only one still in operation today. In 1929, then college president John W. Long transformed the institution into the Williamsport Dickinson Seminary and Junior College, making it the first private junior college in the state. It would gain its current name, Lycoming College, in 1947, and today continues to serve north central Pennsylvania and the wider world with honor. Among its notable alumni are longtime state representative and Senator Dave Argall, legendary Villanova women's basketball coach Harry Peretta, and brewery magnate Dick Yingling Jr. Lycoming Warrior football would become a Division III powerhouse for many decades under longtime coach Frank Girardi. In 36 years at the helm of the Warriors gridiron program, Girardi would win 257 games, punctuate with 13 Middle Atlantic Conference championships and 11 trips to the Division III playoffs, including appearances in the Amos Alonzo Stagg Bowl Division III National Championship game in 1990 and 1997. Canals rose up all across the United States throughout the 1830s, and the Susquehanna's West Branch was part of the craze as well. The West Branch Division of the Pennsylvania Canal opened in Williamsport on October 15, 1834, stretching from Northumberland to Farrensville, Clinton County. The first boat to travel through the waters on its way to Jersey Shore was owned by George P. Auchenbach, while the first cargo to land in Williamsport was iron for John B. Hall's furnace in town. For the next 20 years, the canal would dominate the community, with produce being floated up and down the waterway to market. One of those who frequented the canal in its heyday was Daniel Hughes, a barge owner of mixed ethnicity. His occupation navigating on the canal would prove a prime cover for his secondary job, conductor and station master in the Underground Railroad. Hughes would pick up escaped slaves in Maryland at Havre de Grace near the Susquehanna's mouth, hide them in his barge's hold, and float them back up the river to Williamsport. From there, he would take them to his property in a wooded hollow north of Williamsport, which had several caves they could hide out in. Hughes and his family fed and gave medical care to the escapees when they were on his property, and afterwards he and his sons would guide them to the next station on the Underground Railroad in the area, at the Apker House in Trout Run. It was a dangerous mission, with hostile neighbors and slave catchers in the area, and as Hughes and his family worked primarily under the cover of moonless nights. They would take to stringing horse hairs across the road while guiding the escapees to literally trip up any bounty hunters or slave catchers that might be wise to them. Their planning would pay off, though, as no slaves would be caught near Hughes's property during his time as a conductor. Today, the hollow in which the Hughes house once stood has been named Freedom Road for his efforts to give liberty to others. Another African-American woman in Williamsport would break down barriers in the literary world. Julia Collins was working as a schoolteacher at an African-American school in Williamsport when she would become the first black woman to publish a novel, albeit posthumously, as she passed on in 1865 before her book The Curse of Caste was completed. Her editors finished the book for her, including both a sad and a happy ending to Colin's main character Claire, to cover each way Collins might have ended the story.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Welcome back to Crocomo's County Report. I'm joined here with Luzerne County Manager Ramilda Crocomo. Ramilda, how's it going today?
It's going really well. How's it going with you?
It's going pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Good.
Today we're here to talk about some updates with the county. I know one thing you wanted to remind our viewers about was the upcoming opioid town hall happening right here in Hazleton. If you could tell us more about that.
Correct. We have an opioid commission that's set up that consists of various members of the administration and the district attorney's office. And we will be having a town hall on the 24th here in City Hall. Please come and ask whatever questions you like. The opioid money is from a settlement with pharmaceuticals, and Luzerne County receives in excess of $1 million each year for the next 25 years. So we have to make decisions and recommendations on how that money is used to combat that terrible plague.
Right. And if anyone is interested in engaging with the opioid committee outside of the town halls, do they have if they have a website that
you go into the Luzerne County website and there is an opioid commission line that you can view and actually send us emails.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's definitely very convenient to have there. I know you also want to share with us some updates regarding the upcoming election and a lot of preparation going on for that here in Luzerne County.
Well, petitions are being circulated, as people probably know. I would go to our website to look for the dates when the petitions are due, and once the petitions are due, there's a set time to object to the petitions. So go to our website, the Luzerne County website, to see all of those important dates. I also want to congratulate the new chair of the election board, Christine Boyle. She was elected by the other members of the board. I met her, and I believe we're going to be working towards making our election process here in Luzerne County even better.
Absolutely, yep. Definitely getting things rolling along right there. Is there anything else that you want to share with us this week?
Well, I had a good time. I read in front of 2 classes, one at Solomon Plains Elementary and then one right here, Heights Terrace in Hazleton. Reading to the kids is a lot of fun. We have really a lot of very special young people in Luzerne County, and I believe we need to celebrate them. The girls basketball team from Hazleton area school district, just very, very proud of all of them. We also had the chorus from the Hazleton area school district sing at the courthouse at lunchtime. I believe they're going to be performing at the Capitol this week, and they just were absolutely tremendous and talented, and made our beautiful courthouse even more beautiful.
Very nice. Always great to engage with the community in that way. But as always, I want to thank Melody Kokomo for joining us here on Kokomo's County Report. See you next time.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.